Based on the information I have at this point in time, I think that the people of Colorado should very seriously consider trying to recall Democratic Governor Jared Polis.
Shocking news that apparently Jared Polis was having secret negotiations with Donald Trump on a grant of clemency for Tina Peters for months. Now, this is coming out of the New York Times, and it is absolutely disgraceful, and it supports the impeachment of Jared Polis. It should happen immediately. If they have to call in a special session, they should do it. Democrats hold a comfortable margin in both the State House and the State Senate. And let me explain to you who we're talking about, why it's a breach of the public trust, and how it meets the standard easily under the Colorado Constitution for impeachment. This is Tina Peters, okay? This is someone who violated her oath of office. This is someone who tried to help Donald Trump literally commit a coup against the United States. This is someone who caused $800,000 in damage to Mesa County. This is someone who tried to intimidate witnesses in her criminal trial, showing up to work with a camera, crew, and all this other stuff to try to dox and coerce them in violation of a restraining order. This is someone who has no respect for the rule of law. This is someone who assaulted a police officer. This is someone who showed no remorse until the very end, in which case, it's actually fake. She just wants to get out of jail. And this is someone, by the way, she was facing 35 plus years in prison at her original sentencing. She only got 9 years, okay? A lot of people don't know that. Now, when you put this together, the reason why it's a breach of the public trust against Jared Polis, the governor, is because it's the discriminatory application of the clemency power, of government power, in favor of those who were white, well-off, Republican, MAGA, with connections to Donald Trump, someone who tried to cut SNAP benefits, who tried to cut, federal disaster aid, someone who tried to cut a federal clean water project, all these things that are illegal. It's saying we're going to reward the tyrant, we're going to reward the criminal, helping the other criminal. It just can't be like that, because you're disenfranchising the people who follow the rules. You're disenfranchising those who are poor whites, are minorities, African Americans, Hispanics, who don't have the same access to rich politicians and can't pay their way and aren't famous like that. No. Okay, and the standard for impeaching under the Colorado Constitution pretty similar, but actually a lot broader. In some respects than the U.S. Constitution. High crime, misdemeanor, or malfeasance in office. Remember, under U.S. v. Nixon versus U.S., that does not require, according to the U.S. Supreme Court, an actual indictable criminal offense. It just requires a breach of public trust, arbitrary or abusive, use of government power, things like that. Clearly met here. Move forward with it, Democrats. Let's rock and roll. Let's go. Let's show who we are.
Shame on Governor Polis. Absolute shame on him for A, letting her out of prison, and B, doing so in a manner that shows that he's been working with this administration. This administration is not to be worked with. I'm sorry, it's just not. If this administration comes to talk to you about the things that a federal administration and a state administration need to talk about, then aces. If you're talking behind the scenes with Donald Trump and he's leaning on you to let this woman who tried to overturn our election out of prison, and you bend and do that, shame on you, Governor Polis.